Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
It threw me out. Locked all the doors. I'd gone to bed.
Did Mr. Slater do this to you?
Oh, Daddy dear gets brave when he gets loaded.
Oh, I'll go and talk to him.
No! Don't bother. There's no reasoning with him when he's like this.
Well, let me try.
Can you just take us to a hotel? We'll come back in the morning when he's settled down.
He can't lock you out of your own home. Let me talk to him.
Be careful, Paul. Please.
Can we have a chat?
Robinson, come in and have a drink. You share a house with these damn women, and you've never got anyone to drink with.
Look, I don't want to drink, Mr. Slater, and I think you've had enough too.
Mate, I'm just warming up.
Mate, I have just seen your wife out the front. Now she's freaking out.
Yeah, well, finders keepers is what I always say.
Well, can't you just let her inside at least to go to bed? You can sort it out in the morning.
Listen, bozo, I just threw the stupid cow out. Now, why the hell would I want her back in? Hey, now, get out of here!
Leave it, Paul. Just leave it.
He can't talk to me like
Look,
that.
it won't do you any good. Don't.
Paul, if you don't mind, could you just take us to a hotel?
Look at what you're in. No, I'll take you back to my place. I think it's best you stay the night there.
Look, I think Paul's right, Mum. Do you think they'd mind?
What do you think? Come on.
And don't bother to bring her back.
I really wanted Paul to take us to a hotel. I feel so dreadfully embarrassed.
Oh, there's no need, Mr. Slater, honestly. Paul, make a cup of tea, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to put this on, Mrs. Slater?
I'll go and help Paul.
Thank you. But we really can't impose on you like this, Mrs. Daniels. If Gloria could call a taxi, I think we should go to a hotel.
Oh, that'd be silly now you're here. Are you sure he didn't hurt you?
Yes. Please don't think too badly of my husband, Mrs. Daniels. He was very drunk.
As usual. Look, Mum, you've got to leave him.
I've tried.
But, Mum...
Gloria, I don't want to talk
Mum,
about
for
it tonight.
God's
Gloria,
sake,
I
please.
think your mum needs some sleep. I'll bring you the tea in bed. Come on.
He's an intelligent enough man. You'd think he'd know what he's doing.
I doubt it. Anyway, Charlie Slaters of this world don't seem to have to justify their actions.
Yeah.
By the way, mate, I'm sorry the way I carried on with you and Gloria.
It's okay. I've got to say I'm sorry for some of the things I've been thinking lately, too.
What sort of things?
Oh, like, what you want, I'll have you.
I hope Scott's posters don't give you nightmares. Even Paul complains about them.
Mrs. Daniels, thanks for what you're doing.
Do you think you'll be able to sleep?
Oh, yes, I expect so. I'm awfully sorry about all this.
Oh, it's hardly your fault, is it? I'll go and see what's happened to the tea.
Oh, darling. I'm so sorry.
You can see, we're not all perfect.
Dad, I never expected you to be. Now I know you're not.
In some ways, I'm just as selfish as Charlie Slater.
Oh, you just haven't been trying to justify your actions, that's all.
Just trying to enforce them, eh?
I've got to admit I was a bit confused at first. I mean, most parents expect their kids to bring home people that are all right. Do you think Gloria had an infectious disease the way you were carrying on?
No, it was only her father I had an aversion to.
Gee, I think we could have been as wealthy as them, eh?
Yeah, it's true. But, Paul, we could have ended up in the same boat as the Slaters.
What do you mean?
Do you believe in cause and effect? You know, getting out of life what you put into it?
Oh, karma, yeah.
So do I. And that's what happened to Charlie Slater. Might be worth keeping in mind.
Helen said to give you these, Mum.
Oh, that's very kind of her.
How are you feeling?
Wrung out. Angry. But I think I'm more angry with myself than I am with your father. I've been such a fool.
Why do you put up with him, Mum?
Oh, I don't know. Fear, I suppose.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to tell him that he can't hurt me anymore. Come in.
Charlie's here.
Into the den of the lion.
Right. I'm going to tell him what I think of him.
Oh, no, don't, darling. It won't do any good. I'd rather you stay here and let me talk to him.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, what a night.
Yeah, hardly a fun night out, eh?
Now you know why I was so quick to defend your father.
Yeah, I see. How long's it been going on?
4, 5 years, I don't know. Ever since he started drinking heavily.
Do you think your mum will do anything about it this time?
I wish she would. But I just don't know.
Hey.
Oh, Paul.
There.
Emily. My poor little Emily.
Don't touch me, Charlie.
What can I say? Emily, I apologise from the bottom of my heart. I was very drunk and I'm very sorry. Now let's go home.
No. Charlie, I'm not coming back.
Please, Emily, don't make it any worse.
It couldn't be any worse. I've hit rock bottom, Charlie, and I can't take it anymore. You've done this once too often, and I've had enough. I'm not coming back, Charlie.
You what?
I'm going to see a solicitor this afternoon. I don't want any of your property, so it should all be very straightforward.
Straightforward? The only thing that's straightforward is that you couldn't survive without me.
I think that leaving you's my only chance of survival.
You stupid cow, I don't know why I bother with you.
Not in my house, Charlie. Well, long time no see.
What have you been saying to my wife?
She and your daughter required shelter. We gave it to them, that's all.
I'll talk to you tonight. At home.
I'm sorry for coming in on that.
I'm glad you did.
Can I get you something?
Don't worry about me. Marriages break up every day of the week.
Hey, love. How's about a coffee? Get in. How'd you feel about a change of scenery? Got this job in the mountains, see? Just for a couple of days.
Rather spend a couple of days in London with David Bowie.
Don't worry, I won't be coming with you. There's this bloke I know's built a weekender up there, see? Now, he's all set to have it finished, and his plumber gets a heart attack.
When do I start?
Start today. He's getting married on the weekend, see? Oh, it shouldn't be any problem. Drive up today, come back Saturday. Oh, I'll pay you extra, of course.
I kind of had something organised for tonight.
You'll cancel it. I mean, this is work we're talking about.
Well, what about if I drive you up there and pick you up on Saturday and I can do the local jobs?
What, lose another day? Don't be stupid.
Well, I work all afternoon Saturday, no charge to make up for it.
Now, look, who's boss around here, you or me?
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Mr. Ramsay.
Right, then, you doing the job or not?
I can't.
OK, then, you're sacked.
Max.
You keep out of this. You've got one more chance.
Look, I'll drive all the way up there, I'll even do a whole day's work for nothing, but I'm not going to stay there.
Right, get yourself down to the CES, find yourself a new job.
Don't be silly. It's fine by me. Goodbye, Maria.
I seen that coming the second she started working for me.
Seen what coming?
She's like all the rest of you. Wants to be boss.
Well, look, she offered you a reasonable alternative, more than reasonable.
Look, it's a principle of the thing, Maria. I mean, I like my employees to be cooperative.
And where are you going to get a replacement? It could take a week or more.
Ah, well, you see, it just so happens I was talking to this mate of Jim's the other night. Now, he's got a son called Peter, who's just finished his apprenticeship. And by all accounts, he's a good worker.
And you had it all planned, didn't you?
I'm not stupid.
You want to fire Terry because she's a woman?
It's the sort of woman she is I don't like.
What's this supposed to mean?
Morning. Shane about?
Oh.
In the bedroom.
Thanks.
Oh, g'day, George. Max Ramsay, yeah? Yeah, I'll just bring
Shane, I want to see it.
Hey, g'day, Paul. How's it going?
Oh, don't ask, mate.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it later. Listen, firstly, have you got a job yet?
No.
Good one.
Oh, please, mate, don't do me any more favours. All right, then, come on, what is it?
Well, this guy I know's just chucked in a job with Fielding Enterprises. You heard of it?
The name rings a bell.
Yeah, they make just about everything. And he's been working as a driver with them.
As a courier?
No. As a personal chauffeur to the boss, air-conditioned limo, the works.
When's he leaving?
Today. It's what you call impulsive, I suppose.
Does it pay well?
Must. He's off to Europe for 12 months. Listen, here's the number. Give him a ring if you're interested. But don't hang about, eh? I'll see. I've got to run. I'm late.
Sure, thanks, Paul.
Morning, son.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Grandma,
That's me.
if Mr. Slater's such a pig, why did Mrs. Slater marry him?
Big ears. You've been listening to other people's conversations, haven't you?
I couldn't help it. He was shouting at her. So, why did she marry him?
I don't know, darling. That's really none of our business.
Right, well, I'm off.
Have a good day.
Yes, I hope so. This new bank manager starts today. It's a real mystery, this Mr. Martin. He's been transferred from interstate, so nobody knows anything about him.
It couldn't be worse than Mr. Arnold.
That's true.
I bet he's going to be really gross. I bet he's going to be bad-tempered old buzzard with dirty fingernails and bad...
Lucy, that's enough.
I was only saying what I think.
Well, don't.
Because one day you might have to work for an old buzzard and you won't think it's very funny then, will you?
I'm going to be so rich I won't have to work. And I'm going to have people working for me instead.
So I rang and I've got an interview this morning, just like that.
A chauffeur? I'm so glad.
I'll get it.
Yeah, it should be okay. Hey, where's Terry?
Your father will tell you about that.
About what?
Here he is, and on time too. That's what I like to see. Well, Peter, this is my Mrs. Ramsay.
How do you do, Mrs. Ramsay?
This is my son, Shane.
G'day.
Hi.
Well, let's get cracking, young fella.
Good day. See you later.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was your father's new assistant. He fired Terry this morning.
He did what?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's her. Huh. Beauty, what are you doing? You can drive, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, away you go then.
I'm afraid you're going to have to drive, Mr. Ramsay. See, I lost my licence a couple of weeks ago. Over the limit.
Your old man said nothing about this. Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked me.
You imbecile! Look, you're no use to me if you can't drive.
You've been done for drink driving too, haven't you?
Right, that's it. You're sacked.
That's not fair. I'll tell my dad.
Good, save me the trouble. Clear off! Oh, I bet George is laughing all over his face at this one. He set me up good and proper, Maria.
Well, the only person to be blamed for this could be only you, Max Ramsay.
What now? Listen, how was I supposed to know the young punk blew his licence?
Well, in your position, I think that would be the first thing you'd ask about.
Oh, look, you'll have to get down to the CES for us. Please.
Uh-huh. And while I'm down there, I can ask for a job for myself.
Oh, now, look, don't be ridiculous.
Look, I can't really rely on your income if you can't even hold to an assistant.
That wasn't...
2 seconds in one day.
Yeah, all right, don't rub my nose in it.
Why can't you just admit that you were wrong to fire Terry?
Because she was the one that was in the wrong. You should never have hired her in the first place.
I think she was extremely well qualified. She enjoys her work and she can put up with you. What else would we like?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect you to understand, would I? Now, listen.
And trying to understand you is like trying to understand Flying Rock.
A flying... Now, look, this is getting us nowhere. I've got to get to work somehow. Who can I get to drive me?
Not me. I've got to go to CES, remember? Maybe if you call her and ask her nicely.
No way, no way.
Why not?
Because... Shane. Where's Shane? He'll help me out.
No way! He's having job interview and I'm having you spoiling his chances. Besides, he thinks, in his own words, what you did to Terry stinks. And so do I.
You'll get indigestion if you eat as fast as that. Slow down, Jim. As bad as Scott.
You are right. I'm going to be late, so I have to get a move on.
Oh, Dad, do you want me to drop the Slaters off, or are you going to do it?
No, I'll do it. I've got the car. Thanks anyway.
Paul, something I want to say to you. We're very pleased with the way you handled that situation. I'd like to officially thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank you, too, for being the person you always are. That is forthright and honest.
Not very much.
You forget that that's the way I am. I learned it all from Gran.
And there's one other thing.
Dad, I know about the birds and the bees.
I understand you're very good in the galley, so do the dishes, will you? Have a nice day. See you later, and be kind to each other.
Yes.
It's very chirpy this morning, isn't it? Can you hang on to that for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Just gonna... See ya.
Paul!
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Are you always this keen to get to work?
No. It's just that there's a new bank manager starting and I'm anxious to make a good impression.
I see. First impressions do tend to steep, don't they?
Yes. And my little sister's managed to convince me he's going to be a real old buzzard.
You've got to get a move on then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, how do I look?
Okay.
Oh, come on, Mum. I must look better than that.
Very smart. Actually, you look like you should have your own chauffeur.
Hey, hang on. What's this I hear about you sacking Terry?
You running the business now, are you?
Dad?
Leave it, Shane. There's no point talking to him until he calms down.
He's got to hide.
Yes. How are you feeling now? Nervous?
Well, not really. Well, it's not like I'm asking to take me on as chairman of the board or anything.
You never know. One day you might. Got your doctor's report?
Yeah, it's in here. Well, I've got to carry something in it, but I'm not going to bring it out unless he asks me for it.
Right. Let them know who's boss. Show the Fielding Enterprises that they need you, okay?
Well, I'll do my best.
And call me when you know.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything there to prevent you from working for us. You look fit enough.
Well, I'm in pretty good shape. The doctor was quite positive. The only thing I can't do is really strenuous stuff.
And you were in training for the Olympics. Must have come as quite a blow.
It did at the time, but I'm coming to terms with it now. I've got no choice, really.
Are you sure you wouldn't find this kind of work, well, boring? I mean, there's not much fame or glory attached to it.
Well, I don't want fame or glory, Mr. Thompson. I just want a job.
Well, why this job?
Well, I like driving and I like being out and about.
Oh, fair enough. Any questions you'd like to ask me?
Well, I don't know. Hours, pay, that sort of thing?
Well, you'll be on call from 8 o'clock in the morning until sometimes as late as 10 or 11 at night. But the overtime usually compensates for that. Then, of course, there are times when Miss Fielding is out of town and you get to have a paid holiday for a couple of days. The salary's $300 a week, but it's usually more like $4 with overtime.
Great.
Well, look, if you can start at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, the job's yours.
I'll start today for half the pay.
Don't let Miss Fielding hear you saying that. Oh, by the way, uniform goes with the job. Report the supplies when you get here, and they'll fix you up with the uniform or what have you. Come and see me if you have any problems.
Well, I can't say that I will. From what I hear of Miss Fielding, it should be a real pleasure.
Yeah, well, just don't be late. Her ladyship has a real thing about punctuality.
Well, thanks, Mr. Thompson.
Good.
Oh, come on, mate. I only want to borrow the lad for a couple of days. Yeah, look, I know you're busy, but so am I, and I'm stuck without a driver. Yeah, of course I understand. Yeah, well, if you have anything, just let us know, will you? Yeah, righto. Thanks. Thanks for nothing.
I want to talk to you.
Your money's in the mail.
That's not why I'm here.
Yeah, look, if you come crawling back looking for your job, you can forget it. It's taken. Just you can't start for a couple of days, that's all.
That's not why I'm here either.
I want to know why you sacked me. I'm not stupid. You cooked up that job as an excuse to get rid of me. Why?
I owe you no explanations.
I think you do. Or maybe you'd rather explain it to the Equal Opportunity Board.
Don't you threaten me, girlie.
Just tell me why you did it. Was it because Shane asked me out? Is that it?
Yeah, I knew you'd try to get your hooks into him sooner or later.
Shane asked me out and I accepted. What's so terrible about that?
Well, don't ask me, sweetheart. Ask your poor fool of a husband. And keep away from my son. There's one thing I can't hack. It's women fooling around behind their husbands' backs.